or small fry. Come on in and take your pick.
Welcome back to GMA on a Saturday morning. Happening right now, the major and dangerous ice storm threatening parts of 16 states this morning, from Texas to Pennsylvania. States of emergency declared in Oklahoma and Missouri. Kansas mobilizing about 200 National Guard troops. Icy roads leading to dangerous driving conditions, and the freezing rain is threatening to bring down power lines.
Yeah, they're calling it the storm of the decade in some areas. And now, a 10-year sentence, a jewelry thief who led cops on a multi-state chase across the Southeast, repeatedly caught in the act by cameras, has been sentenced to 10 years in prison for her role in stealing more than $4 million worth of jewels. Abigail Kemp getting leniency for cooperating with police. And you know, the question we're asking this morning, who just doesn't love a life-sized wax president? Who doesn't want one in their living room? You guys, would you like one? Because the Hall of Presidents and First Ladies Museum in Gettysburg is auctioning off all of its assets, including wax versions of all 44 presidents. The museum closed last November, sadly, due to low turnout, but the first gavel falls at 10 a.m. If any of you are interested in having any of the presidents in your living room.
Resources, maybe.
Yeah,
okay.
Get like a Woodrow Wilson for the
Well, the next time you're out, we'll just have a wax figure in your place.
Woodrow, is that your pick?
Lincoln, he's the biggest one, right?
Yeah.
More for your money.
Yeah.
Grover Cleveland?
This conversation, I think, we've exhausted the utility of it. Thank you very much, everybody.
Wax.
But first, this morning, we're going to talk about the men they are calling heroes for swooping in to save a police officer in distress.
One used his own gun to kill the suspect who was tussling with the wounded officer, following what authorities are calling an ambush attack. And ABC's Neil Karlinski has all the details for us this morning from our Los Angeles bureau. Hi, Neil.
Paula, Dan, good morning. Just imagine driving down a dark highway at 4 a.m. and seeing a man attacking a state trooper. Most people might call 911, but wouldn't pull over and get out of their cars. In this case, two motorists did, risking their own lives to help.
Officer down, outside Tonopah.
Professional as it sounds, that voice calling into dispatch isn't a police officer, but one of two random motorists. Arizona police are calling heroes this morning for saving the life of State Trooper Ed Anderson.
Sorry, this is a civilian. He's shot on I-10. He's in real bad shape. Please send air support. Helicopter, please.
It was just after 4 a.m. Thursday in a rural area along Arizona's I-10 when Trooper Anderson came upon a rollover crash while responding to a call of shots fired. While he was putting flares down in the road, police say he was ambushed and shot at least once. The suspect then got on top of him and started beating him. That's when the first of two motorists pulled over to see what was happening.
The trooper says, please help me, and asks the uninvolved third party for help.
Police say that unidentified motorist ran back to his car, got his own gun, and told the man attacking Trooper Anderson to stop.
The suspect refuses. The uninvolved third party fires, striking and killing the suspect.
It was yet another innocent passerby who then grabbed the police radio and called in for help.
The other gentleman was shot by the passerby who stopped the altercation after the officer was shot.
The unidentified suspect was killed. A second person, a woman, was also found dead at the scene after apparently being ejected in a crash. Investigators say Anderson, a 27-year veteran, is lucky to be alive. Trooper Anderson has undergone surgery and is doing well this morning, according to police. The motorist who shot that suspect dead will not face any charges. Paula, Dan?
A wild story, Neil. Thank you very much. Let's check the forecast again. Rob, as we've discussed, is out in Steamboat Springs, Colorado on some sort of boondoggle that he's kind of explained to us.
He's there for work. He's there for work.
Work. What's going on, Robert?
I'm here for work. I'm here for... Well, good morning again, guys. Yeah, here for work, continuing my education, of course, sampling the fine Champagne Powder product that they have to offer here. I want to show you the snow that's moving into the northeast, actually some freezing rain stretching into Virginia and D.C. It's slick out there, so stay home if you can. And putting this little mini storm into motion, it does bring a pulse of wintry weather to Philly and New York. You had record highs just a couple days ago, and it looks like we'll see a pulse, maybe an inch in some spots from Philly all the way up to Hartford. Maybe Boston, too. Here's where the mild air is, down across the southeast. This will build up, so whatever does fall is going to be short-lived. Chicago, you get into the 40s. New York City, you get into the 50s by Wednesday. Same thing for D.C. and Philadelphia. Meanwhile, our big story, our main story, weather story this morning, of course, is the ice storm that is ongoing, day 2 of 3. and the heaviest accumulations expected in Kansas and Oklahoma, but big cities like Wichita, Kansas City, St. Louis, and even stretching farther east up the Ohio River could see some very, very slick spots, if not some power outages. Those are the weather headlines. Time now for your local forecast. Check it out.
Well, we're off to quite a slick start this morning. Notice all of the shades on radar. We have some snow, a little bit of some sleet as well. Some of the main action taking place just to the south of Interstate 66 near Manassas. Be careful of a few slick spots.
This weather report brought to you by Geico, which insures just about everything, but I wonder if they insure dog sleds. I got to do that. Actually, there's no steering wheel. I'll show you how we do that a little bit later in the program.
We're wondering about that, actually. That's what's coming up next year on GMA. It's going to be proof positive that Rob is in Colorado on a work mission. Check it out. He learned how to mush. How he fared on his dog sledding expedition in Colorado after the break.
I can't wait to see that. And Quantico star Priyanka Chopra treated by a doctor. Diane Macedo is going to tell you why. Straight ahead in Pop News.
Hambone, Sally, 22, hut.
Tiki Barber running a barber shop? Yes! Surprising.
Yes!
What's not surprising? How much money David saved by switching to Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Who's next?
Your body was made for better things than rheumatoid arthritis. Before you and your rheumatologist move to another treatment, ask if Xeljanz is right for you. Xeljanz is a small pill for adults with moderate to severe RA, for whom methotrexate did not work well. Xeljanz can reduce joint pain and swelling in as little as 2 weeks and help stop further joint damage. Xeljanz can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections, lymphoma, and other cancers have happened. Don't start Xeljanz if you have an infection. Tears in the stomach or intestines, low blood cell counts, and higher liver tests and cholesterol levels have happened. Your doctor should perform blood tests before you start and while taking Xeljanz, and monitor certain liver tests. Tell your doctor if you are in a region where fungal infections are common, and if you have had TB, hepatitis B or C, or are prone to infections. Xeljanz can reduce the symptoms of RA, even without methotrexate, and is also available in a once-daily pill. Ask about Xeljanz XR.
It's all-you-can-eat pancake time at IHOP. So put on your stretchy pants and find out how many delicious, world-famous buttermilk pancakes you can eat. But you better hurry, because all-you-can-eat pancakes ends February 12th. IHOP. Eat up every moment.
If you want to sell your car, CarMax will give you 7 days to consider their offer. Why 7 days? Science. Join me as we walk through the 7 stages of decisioning.
1. Consideration. 2. Questioning. 3. Deciding. 4. Queso. 5. Nap. 6. Sudoku. 7. Tambourine practice.
I think I made my point. They'll give you an offer for your car. You take 7 days to think about it.
Would you believe my boy used to have food sensitivities? But then we fed him Blue Basics, and he's never looked or felt better.
If your dog has food sensitivities, it's time to try limited ingredient Blue Basics.
Sunday, 2 of these guys are telling a huge lie.
I make a living as a nude art model.
But can these stars uncover the naked truth?
This is going to seem really superficial, but wow.
All new to tell the truth. Sunday, 8/7 Central on ABC.
At Sinclair, we have partnered with Dale Carnegie for 20 years. We find their leadership principles to be timeless.
I would recommend the Dale Carnegie course without hesitation.
Dale Carnegie training gets to the core of relationship management.
Dale Carnegie is an extension of my training staff, and I have been fortunate enough to have a relationship with them that reflects that.
It's proven, it's been out there for a long time, and it ties directly into what Barron's Lumber is trying to achieve.
Dale Carnegie, Ignite Performance.
You get lots of questions when you've been in business for 25 plus years.
Like, is she your wife?
Besides that, the main question I get asked is, how do I keep my prices so low? Well, I buy more from the factories than anyone else, and I don't pay extra for silly brand name labels. I pay less, so you pay less.
Like your Ashton and Alex.
Both pieces only $7.99.
Your choice of style and color, plus all those throw pillows.
Untouchable value every day, only at My Bob's Discount Furniture.
Rob, as you know, is one of the top dogs around here. Recently, though, as you're seeing, he learned what it was like to be around a different kind of pack.
Yes, he went dog sledding in the beautiful mountains of Colorado, and Rob, I've got to say, had to have been a great adventure.
It certainly was, guys. You know, we've had so much snow across this area. It's literally a covered, snowy tundra. So we sought out to see what it's like to get around old school style, not by any sort of man-made machine, but by the power of man's best friend.
So these are world-class athletes.
What these are is what's called an Alaskan Husky. They started breeding the best of the best, and that's kind of where these guys have come from.
Here with Chris Hoffman, former Iditarod racer. The key to a good dog sled is, I'm guessing, the dogs.
You got it, man. They are the stars of the show.
This one's name is?
That's Teddy.
Teddy, you want to go or you want to stay?
I think she's ready for Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, I think you are. You want to do a little dancing?
Yeah. That there is Annabelle.
Hi, Annabelle. They're obviously very friendly.
That's Cougar. So maybe we'll take her with us today.
Can we make Cougar part of the team?
Yeah.
You want to do some running, Cougar? You
All
excited?
Right.
You're sort of excited. Cougar, 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 Cougar. I think I'm scaring her now. Okay, let's find the other 7. This is what happens when they figure out that someone gets to go sledding. They're pretty excited.
First rule of dog mushing, don't let go, right? Second rule of dog mushing, don't let go.
How do I steer it?
Lean to the left, you go left. Lean to the right, you go right.
Whoa! Whoa, Nelly! This is awesome!
Lean a little right now, Rob. And now we're gonna have a hard left. Lean left.
Whoa! We're sliding! We almost wiped out! We are moving now. Oh, man. I didn't realize I'd be put to work. I'm getting tired, and I'm cold.
Maybe what we'll do is we'll take and put Cougar in here for you. And we're gonna let Cougar sit right on your lap. Yeah, you ready to ride shotgun?
This is much better, much better.
Glad we got you warmed up, Rob.
Cougar was a sweet. Actually, they're all sweet dogs. My thanks to Grizzle T Dog and Sled Works. 122 of those beautiful Alaskan Huskies, a little skinnier than the Siberian Huskies, but they go through over 250 pounds of meat and kibble and turkey fat a day. Over 5,000 calories these dogs go through, and that's when they're not training for the Iditarod. So it's Michael Phelps sort of intake, guys.
I don't know who had more fun, the dogs or you? Because that visual where they learned that somebody's going sledding, and they all come out of their little dog houses and just
They
we're all
live for
barking.
this.
They do. They loved it.
There is no question that these dogs are well treated, well treated and happy. They just want to run. They love it. They want to do it all the time. And yeah, when word gets out that the sled is going to be strapped up, they all want to go and they all want to have a run at it. It's really amazing.
Can even
I'm
see
very
it.
peaceful to be out there. It's very
You can
very
see it as
smooth
they're
and
running.
peaceful. All
Yeah.
when you're out there. Yeah, it's all you hear is their panting and their excitement. But it's really amazing to be out there amongst the beautiful landscape. It's a serene environment.
Thank you,
Good stuff,
Rob.
guys.
And we hear that Cougar filed a union grievance about having to ride with Rob, but we'll address that later. Thank you, Robert. Coming up here on GMA, the alternative to the EpiPen for allergic reactions, now selling for just a fraction of the cost. Everything you need to know in our weekend download.
And what's all this talk about a Selena Gomez surprise? Diane sorts it all out. In Pop News, you have a bunch of investigations to go through in Pop
do.
News. Yes, you do.
If you have type 2 diabetes, you may know what it's like to deal with high and low blood sugar. Januvia sitagliptin is a once-daily pill that, along with diet and exercise, helps lower blood sugar. Januvia works when your blood sugar is high and works less when your blood sugar is low, because it works by enhancing your body's own ability to lower blood sugar. Plus, Januvia by itself is not likely to cause weight gain or low blood sugar, hypoglycemia. Januvia should not be used in patients with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Tell your doctor if you have a history of pancreatitis. Serious side effects can happen, including pancreatitis, which may be severe and lead to death. Stop taking Januvia and call your doctor right away if you have severe pain in your stomach area, which may be pancreatitis. Tell your doctor right away and stop taking Januvia if you have an allergic reaction that causes swelling of the face, lips, tongue, or throat, or affects your breathing or causes rash or hives. Kidney problems sometimes requiring dialysis have been reported. Some people may develop severe joint pain. Call your doctor if this happens. Using Januvia with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. To reduce the risk, your doctor may prescribe a lower dose of the sulfonylurea or insulin. Your doctor may do blood tests before and during treatment to check your kidneys. If you have kidney problems, a lower dose may be prescribed. Side effects may include upper respiratory tract infection, stuffy or runny nose, sore throat, and headache. For help lowering your blood sugar, talk to your doctor about Januvia.
Thanks for doing this, Dad.
So I thought it might be time to talk about a financial strategy.
You mean pay him back?
So let's start talking about your long-term goals.
Knowing your future is about more than just you. It's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing.
When did mixing food with not food become food? Thankfully, at Panera, 100% of our food is 100% clean. No artificial preservatives, sweeteners, flavors, or colors. Panera, food as it should be.
Her parents changed our world. Now on the day we celebrate a king, what you don't know about Coretta Scott King, plus her powerful never-before-heard audio, Monday on GMA.
The perfect gift. 1 carat Forever Us rings are just $9.90. 1 carat 3-stone and halo rings $6.99. Diamond bands $99 to $3.99 per carat, and diamond studs are $5.99 per carat. Thousands of gifts guaranteed to appraise for double. The Jewelry Exchange Bethesda.
Some of us walk in place. Some of us walk to take us places. And some of us walk to become warriors. Powering more research, more screenings, more access to care, more survivors. Blisters are temporary. Fierce is forever. Avon 39, the walk to end breast cancer. Warriors wanted. Register today at avon39.org.
Save up to 80%. The Jewelry Exchange has 2 carat Heart of the Sea pendants for $69. Half carat hoop earrings $2.99. 1 carat $4.99. Tennis bracelets $3.99 per carat, and diamond studs are $5.99 per carat. Buy factory direct and save. The Jewelry Exchange Bethesda.
And in today's weekend download, a new lower-cost alternative to the EpiPen used to treat severe allergic reactions. And ABC's chief women's health correspondent, Dr. Jen Ashton, joins us with more.
Good morning, my dear.
Dr. Jen, great to have you. So we know that CVS just announced that they're going to be selling Adrenaclick. That's the name for the generic.
Exactly.
What do you know about this?
So this is much greater access and availability for the generic form of the medication in the EpiPen. That medication is epinephrine. It's the exact same thing in the generic Adrenaclick. It's going to be selling for about $110 for a 2-pack. It could be as low as $10, and that compares to anywhere from $0 to $600 for the EpiPen, and this comes with an auto-injector.
So bottom line, as a physician, as a doctor, do you recommend the generic?
Absolutely. I mean, this is something that patients should talk to their doctor about it. They should also ask their doctor if they need a prescription for or what the right dose for an antihistamine is. And then they need to call pharmacies and their insurance company to find out what their particular plan will cover. Important to know, allergies by the numbers. 15 million Americans suffer food allergies. Every 3 minutes, an American goes to the ER with an anaphylactic reaction. This can be life-threatening, so it has to be taken seriously.
And what are those symptoms of an anaphylactic shock?
So there's a whole range, but the common ones: hives, swelling of the eyes or face, eczema, nausea, vomiting, an odd taste in your mouth, and there's a longer list as well. People can go to foodallergy.org for great information with an emergency plan. I have had an anaphylactic reaction that almost killed me, so this is literally a life and death issue for so many people and their families.
Life and death issue, and news of the generic. It's great news for consumers because competition's going to drive those prices down.
Yes, it will.
All right, Dr. Jen, thank you so much. We're going to be right back, everybody, with Pop News.
My friends know me so well. They can tell what I'm thinking just by looking in my eyes. They can tell when I'm really excited and thrilled, and they know when I'm not so excited and thrilled. But what they didn't know was that I had dry, itchy eyes. But I knew. So I finally decided to show my eyes some love. Some eye love.
When is it chronic dry eye? To find out more, chat with your eye doctor and go to myeyelove.com.
It's all about eye love, my friends.
There's nothing quite as magical as staying at a Disney Resort hotel. So imagine complimentary rides to and from the park, even extra time with your family in the park. And right now, you can save up to 25% on rooms at select Walt Disney World Resort hotels. So if you're not staying here, just think what you might be missing.
What if the sweet stevia leaf was discovered before the sugar cane? And everything had fewer calories. Truvia, life with less sugar is just as sweet.
From the moment a puppy comes into the world, the soul of a wolf is also born. And even as adults, they share an evolutionary connection. That's why there's meat-rich, grain-free Blue Wilderness, because inside your dog lives the soul of a wolf.
This piece is so you. I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
This piece is so you. I saw it and I was like, have to have it.
From renter's insurance to rewards credit cards, State Farm is here to help life go right.
It's all-you-can-eat pancake time at IHOP. So put on your stretchy pants and find out how many delicious, world-famous buttermilk pancakes you can eat. But you better hurry, because all-you-can-eat pancakes ends February 12th. IHOP. Eat up every moment.
The things that I consume on a daily basis, a lot of it is very acidic. The enamel on my teeth was actually weakening. The whiteness wasn't there as much. My teeth didn't look as healthy as others. My dentist said that Pronamel would help fight against that erosion that foods and drinks were causing. So it was really important to start using the Pronamel. That'll be one less thing you have to worry about. Pronamel is now giving me the confidence to know that I'm doing the right thing. So it's nice to know that it was as simple as that.
I save lives. I run DC.
I kill in the courtroom.
And there's only one thing that has the power
to bring us all together.
Is it time?
Not quite.
Now it's TGIT time. TGIT returns January 26th on ABC.
Schedule your annual heating system check now with McCarthy Home Services for only $59. That's huge savings just for scheduling early. But do it fast. This $59 heating system check special ends soon. Visit McCarthyHomeservices.com.
How's this for a happy ending? Saks Jandel started out as a fur store and is ending as a legendary fur store. Truckloads of furs from the fashion capital, $6 million in fabulous furs for one last memory maker of a sale. 50 to 60% off every fur, plus take an additional 30% off. A $6,000 mink, now under $2,000. A $3,000 fox, raccoon, or shearling, now under $1,000. At Saks Jandel, Wisconsin Avenue, Chevy Chase. Final days. Don't miss it.
Schedule your annual heating system check now with McCarthy Home Services for only $59. That's huge savings just for scheduling early. But do it fast. This $59 heating system check special ends soon. Visit McCarthyHomeservices.com.
Good Morning America is brought to you by Pronamel Toothpaste. Protect your enamel against the effects of everyday acids.
Time for Pop News. Diane's here. What's up?
Good morning. We have a lot to get to today, so I'm going to get right to it. We're going to start with Priyanka Chopra. She's apparently on the mend after a mishap on the set of ABC's Quantico here in New York. A rep for the show confirmed that there was a minor incident on the set Thursday night, and that Chopra was examined by a doctor and is home resting comfortably. Now, she missed a Quantico press event then on Friday. A rep told People magazine that she wasn't feeling well, so we are wishing her a speedy recovery, and Quantico returns with new episodes on Monday, January 3rd. So everyone's hoping she'll be back to work very soon.
Good news.
And the makers of Star Wars are putting some rumors to rest that they might digitally resurrect the late Carrie Fisher for future films. Some fans got hopeful after seeing that Rogue One, the Star Wars story, featured digital recreations of a young Carrie Fisher and the late Peter Cushing. But Lucasfilm now says in a statement, quote, "We want to assure our fans that Lucasfilm has no plans to digitally recreate Carrie Fisher's performance as Princess or General Leia Organa." Now, that said, Fisher had already finished shooting Episode 8 before she passed. So we will still get to see her recreate her role as Leia in that film, and that comes out next December. So we haven't seen the last of Carrie Fisher as Leia yet. Up next, it looks like Selena Gomez has a top secret project in the works. The singer's makeup artist, nail guru, and hairstylist all shared this selfie of a very dolled up Gomez with the hashtag secret project and behind the scenes. And lots of emojis to go with that, of course. Fans are also loving her new short haircut in that picture. No word yet on what the project could be. We do know that the post came just hours after some PDA photos surfaced of her and The Weeknd being extra cuddly, so many are now asking about that relationship. Forget about the secret project.
I can't get past the fact you said you referred to her having a nail guru.
She has a nail guru, yeah. I don't know what that entails.
You don't have a personal
sounds kind of
manicurist?
awesome.
No, maybe I need one.
Your nails are great.
But we did see last month there were some pictures that surfaced where people thought she was in a recording studio, so maybe that could also be part of this whole secret
So
project.
much, Mr. Pop News
Still
investigation.
working on the investigation here. And Virginia may call itself the state for lovers, but some new research shows that sparks are flying in other places of the U.S. A study from Michigan State University and the University of Illinois found Mississippi, Utah, and Wisconsin are all tied for the most romantic states. Analysts surveyed more than 127,000 adults measuring attachment, anxiety, avoidance, clingy behavior, you name it. Analyzed lots of different personality traits, and they found that Oregon, California, Maine, and Washington did pretty well. New York, not so much.
That's not surprising.
Nope. New York and
Why do you
Indiana.
say that's not surprising?
New York and Indiana are in romantic ruts, apparently.
What do you mean? As I say this as an offended New Yorker, why not?
You're a Bostonian, so don't try to put on that cloak.
Another place that wasn't on the
And
list.
Dan's always just so warm.
People, I'm just going to say,
Kind and loving.
being a Midwesterner,
Yeah.
you know, people have a little bit of edge here. That's all I'm saying. I love
Okay,
you.
no more
A
talking.
little bit.
We're done with the show. That's the New Yorker, cutting it all off. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning. I'll be nicer, I promise.
So rude.
I
so
know.
rude.
ABC News, America's #1 news source. Her parents changed our world. Now on the day we celebrate a king, what you don't know about Coretta Scott King, plus her powerful never-before-heard audio, Monday on GMA.
From ABC 7 News, this is a Good Morning Washington update.
Good Saturday morning. Here's what we're tracking for you. Winter has returned into the area. We can see those shades of blue, pink, and purple indicating snow, sleet, and freezing rain. Some of this not yet reaching the ground, but some dicey conditions found along 270 and also 70 south of Hagerstown towards Frederick. This is where you need to be exercising caution through this morning. Definitely secondary roads, overpasses, and bridges are the first things to freeze up. Off to the south, just plain old rain along 66 towards Manassas. That's really what we can expect for the remainder of this afternoon, as temperatures have been above the freezing mark for many of us this morning. 36 right now in the metro, where we do have those temperatures right at the freezing mark. That's where we're running the risk for things to change over to that sleet, freezing rain, and also some snow. So be very careful throughout this afternoon and evening. Don't forget, we have that winter weather advisory extending through 6 o'clock tonight, and it looks like that has been lifted for the DC Metro, so just the northern counties in the shaded purple area. Here's a look at our futurecast. So by 1 o'clock this afternoon, just liquid rain. DC Northwest, though, that's where we could get in on those slick conditions continuing right through this afternoon and also this evening. But past about 5, 6 o'clock, we will be clearing out, giving way to mostly cloudy skies and some additional spotty showers late tonight. Here's a look at your extended forecast. Pretty seasonable day on Sunday with dry skies, sunshine set to return. Then take a look at this upcoming week. Pretty hard to believe as temperatures get into the 50s. We're approaching the coldest time of year, but it looks like we're only getting warmer. Next chance for some wet weather arrives Wednesday, so keep the umbrella on hand. Stay safe and have a great weekend.
How big is Marlowe Furniture's winter clearance? Huge. Bigger than huge. Buy one piece of furniture, get a second piece free. Buy a mattress set, get the bedroom free. Plus free delivery, and we pay the sales tax. Whatever you spend, Marlowe Furniture will match in additional furniture. Buy one, get two. Marlowe's winter clearance. Hot furniture. Stone cold savings. On now.